me lie. My love for you is like a spare.
Camilla Thubelihle Moyo, D. Raven Black. Title: The Man of My Dreams. Alil, whose name means beauty in her native African language, had always been curious about her grandmother's isolated island paradise. So when Elizabeth Page, a renowned artist and fashion designer of African and Indian descent, invited her to visit, Alil couldn't resist. As she arrived on the picturesque island, Alil was struck by its breathtaking beauty. She spent her days exploring the lush forests, crystal-clear waters, and powdery white sand beaches. But little did she know, her life was about to take a dramatic turn. While wandering through the palm trees near the beach, Alil stumbled upon a handsome stranger with piercing blue eyes, broad shoulders, and long golden brown hair. His name was Prince Todd, a European royal seeking solace from the pressures of his duties. Their initial encounter was rocky, but fate had other plans. That evening, Alil was welcomed with open arms by her grandmother at a grand feast attended by the island's residents, including Prince Todd. As they locked eyes, it was as if time stood still. Elizabeth, noticing the sparks flying between them, introduced the two, and they quickly discovered a deep connection. As the days passed, Alil and Prince Todd found themselves inseparable, exploring the island's secrets and sharing stories of their cultures. Their love blossomed under the tropical sun, and they realized that their differences were what made their bond stronger. Elizabeth, seeing the happiness in her granddaughter's eyes, knew she had made the right decision in bringing them together. She revealed to Alil that she had been waiting for the right moment to introduce her to Todd, hoping they would find love and continue her legacy of bridging cultures and continents. Under the starry night sky, Prince Todd proposed to Alil, and she said yes. As they embraced, Elizabeth smiled, knowing that her granddaughter had found her soulmate and that their love would be a beacon of hope and beauty, inspiring others to celebrate their unique heritage. As Alil and Prince Todd's relationship blossomed, he revealed a shocking truth: he was already engaged to a princess named Shelley, an arranged marriage orchestrated by their families. Alil's heart sank, feeling betrayed and confused. Why would he pursue her if he was already committed to someone else? Prince Todd explained that he didn't love Shelley and that the engagement was a duty, not a choice. He promised to break it off, but Alil struggled to understand why he wouldn't do so before pursuing her. She needed clarity and proof that his words were true. Prince Todd, sensing her doubts, made a bold move. He called Princess Shelley to join them on the island, hoping her presence would clear the air. Alil was apprehensive, but the prince assured her it was the only way to resolve the situation. When Princess Shelley arrived, Alil was surprised by her warmth and kindness. The two women bonded over their shared concerns, and Shelley confirmed the truth: her engagement to Prince Todd was indeed an arrangement, and she had a man she truly loved back in her country. Alil's doubts dissipated, replaced by empathy for both Prince Todd and Princess Shelley. The three of them discussed the situation, and Prince Todd and Shelley decided to return to their respective countries to confront their families and cancel the engagement. As they prepared to leave, Prince Todd took Alil's hand, promising to make things right and start anew with her. Alil, seeing the sincerity in his eyes, believed him. She knew their love was strong enough to overcome any obstacle. With a newfound understanding, the three of them parted ways, each knowing that their lives would forever be connected. Prince Todd and Princess Shelley set off to break free from their arranged marriage, while Alil waited patiently, knowing that her love would soon return to her, free to love her fully and truly. Weeks passed, and Alil waited anxiously for news from Prince Todd. She knew he was navigating complex royal protocols and family expectations, but she trusted him to keep his promise. One day, a message arrived from Prince Todd, informing her that he had successfully ended his engagement to Princess Shelley and was now free to pursue their relationship. Alil's heart soared, and she felt a sense of relief and joy. Soon, Prince Todd returned to the island, and the two lovers were reunited. They spent their days exploring the island, hand in hand, and their nights gazing at the stars, dreaming of a future together. As their love continued to grow, Prince Todd knew he had to introduce Alil to his family and formally ask for her hand in marriage. He was nervous but determined, knowing that his family would eventually understand his choice. The meeting with Prince Todd's family was a grand affair, with Alil meeting his parents, the king and queen, and his siblings. Though initially surprised by Prince Todd's choice, they were won over by Alil's grace, intelligence, and kindness. The king and queen gave their blessing for the couple to marry, and Prince Todd proposed to Alil in a romantic ceremony on the beach, surrounded by their loved ones. Their wedding was a beautiful blend of African and European cultures, with Elizabeth, Alil's grandmother, playing a significant role in the celebrations. The couple exchanged vows in a stunning outdoor ceremony, promising to love and cherish each other for a lifetime. As they danced under the stars, Prince Todd and Alil knew that their love had conquered all, and they were ready to face whatever challenges came their way, side by side. Alil's eyes fluttered open, and she found herself in her own bed, surrounded by familiar walls. She sat up, disoriented, and rubbed her eyes. The beautiful wedding, the handsome prince, the romantic island, it was all just a dream. Tears pricked at the corners of her eyes as she remembered her grandmother, Elizabeth, who had passed away a few years ago. The pain of her loss still lingered, and the dream had brought it all back. Just then, her mother, Omega, entered her room, concern etched on her face. "Ellie, what's wrong? I sensed you were upset." Quote. Alil burst into tears, and Omega rushed to her side, embracing her tightly. "It was just a dream, Mom," Alil sobbed. "A beautiful dream, but it felt so real. And Grandma Elizabeth was there, and, quote. Omega held her daughter, letting her cry out the pain and disappointment. "I know, sweetie, it's okay to feel sad. Your grandmother may be gone, but her love and legacy live on in your heart." Quote. As Alil's tears subsided, Omega handed her a tissue. "Tell me about your dream. What happened?" Quote. Alil sniffled and began to recount the story, from meeting Prince Todd to the grand wedding. Omega listened attentively, a gentle smile on her face. When Alil finished, Omega said, "You know, dear, sometimes our minds create what our hearts desire. Your dream was a reflection of your longing for love and connection. And who knows, maybe someday you'll find your own Prince Todd, and your love story will be just as beautiful." Quote. Alil smiled through her tears, feeling a sense of hope and comfort. She knew her mother was right, her heart would find its way, and love would bloom in its own time. Omega's words of encouragement lingered in Alil's mind, and she began to focus on her own happiness and well-being. She threw herself into her passions, art, music, and volunteering, and slowly but surely, her heart began to heal. One day, while working at a local charity event, Alil met a kind and handsome stranger named Max. As she looked into his eyes, she felt a jolt of recognition. Max looked identical to Prince Todd, the man from her dream. Same piercing blue eyes, same chiseled features, same charming smile. Alil was taken aback, unsure what to make of this unexpected coincidence. But as she got to know Max, she realized that he was more than just a lookalike. He was kind, genuine, and had a heart of gold. As they spent more time together, Alil found herself falling for Max, hard. She couldn't believe that the universe had brought her another chance at love, and with someone who looked like the man of her dreams. Max, too, was smitten with Alil, and as they strolled through the city, hand in hand, he turned to her and said, "I feel like I've known you my whole life, Alil. Like we've been meant to be together all along." Quote. Alil's heart skipped a beat as she looked into his eyes, seeing the same spark she had seen in Prince Todd's eyes in her dream. "I know exactly what you mean, Max," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. "I feel like I've found my soulmate in you." Quote. Max and Alil's relationship blossomed, and they found themselves lost in each other's eyes, their love growing stronger with each passing day. They spent countless nights exploring each other's bodies, their passion and desire for each other only intensifying with time. 2 years flew by, and Max knew he couldn't imagine a future without Alil by his side. He proposed to her on a romantic getaway, and she said yes, her heart overflowing with joy. Their wedding was a beautiful blend of their cultures and personalities, surrounded by friends and family who had watched their love story unfold. As they exchanged vows, their eyes locked, and they both knew that their love would last a lifetime. Years went by, and their passionate nights never faded. Each moment together felt new, exciting, and full of discovery. They continued to explore each other's bodies, minds, and souls, their love growing stronger with each passing day. One night, as they lay in each other's arms, Alil turned to Max and whispered, "You know, I never thought I'd find a love like this. You're my soulmate, my everything." Quote. Max smiled, his eyes shining with adoration. "You're mine too, Alil. Forever and always." Quote. And so, they continued their love story, a tale of passion, commitment, and a bond that only grew stronger with time. The end. Overview. This book is a loving tribute to my great-grandmother, a matriarch of the Zulu clan. Her dreams and stories have inspired me deeply, and I'm honored to share a piece of our family's history and cultural heritage with the world. The character of Elizabeth was inspired by my great-grandmother's own mother, and the main character's journey was influenced by my great-grandmother's great-granddaughter. This book is a testament to the power of family, love, and legacy, and I hope it brings joy and inspiration to all who read it. I dedicate this book to my great-grandmother's memory, celebrating her life, spirit, and the impact she's had on our family's stories and dreams. May her legacy continue to inspire future generations. Quote.